what it is, what's happening. Yesterday was a productive day. Let me spin you around. So yesterday, I managed to get this 7.3 and ZF 5-speed pulled from the 88 F450 that I bought a couple of weeks ago for that motor and trans. So I wanted to fire it up. I'll share a little video of it running here at the end. I was going to kind of do a will it start video, but it just was giving me a lot of problems. Starter was locked up. Had to put a starter in it, get it cranking over, and had no fuel. So I ran fuel out of an antifreeze jug to the transfer pump, and I just could not get any fuel to go to the injectors. So I actually ended up swapping out the injection pump with another injection pump that I knew ran off of another 7.3 that I had. Finally got it to run. It ran like crap the first time I fired it up, and then I forgot I had plugged off the fuel return line when I was trying to build some fuel pressure. I had pinched this line back here, which you'll actually see in the first video when I first got it running. It was smoking and rocking and rolling. Then I shut it off, and then I went, oh, that's why it's doing that. So anyway, next step is it's a little dirty, but this thing's only got 109,000 on it, and it sounds really good. So this morning I just got the exhaust off of it and cleaned up some stuff I don't need on it. The PTO was bolted on the driver's side, so I switched all my studs and everything over because the PTO needs to be on the passenger side. This whole mess will get cleaned up, and this is going to go into Project Rat Rod Wrecker, which I hate that term rat rod, but we'll just use that term loosely on this project. So this 7.3 is going to end up in this 1975 F350 Wrecker. I'm sure it's not going to be an easy fit. This is probably going to be a total pain, but it is what it is, and this is what I'm going to do with it. So it's going to find its way down inside this hole. As you can see, the PTO is bolted to the passenger side of this trans. Now, I don't know if this PTO is going to work on that trans or not. I will find that out later on today. So now that I got the motor all stripped down, I'm not really worried about washing it off right this second. My whole objective today is get this trans out. I'm going to get the center of the floor on bolts. I'm going to unbolt that. Get the center hump out of it. And actually try to fit this motor in there. Kind of just fit it in there and see what I got to cut, see what I got to weld, see what I got to manufacture to make this thing work in this toilet. But that is what that 7.3 is for. A couple people have asked, why am I fooling with that 7.3? I don't know, something different. I came across that motor and trans at my buddy's junkyard. It was a complete truck. It actually had a huge utility body on the back of it, and the 5-speeds what caught my eye. I was hoping it was a 460, and when I opened the hood up I saw it was a 7.3. But is what it is. That's what's left of it. I mean, at the end of the day, my rollback has a 7.3 in it with 361,000 miles on it. I run that truck all the time, so realistically, it'll be fine. Well, boys and girls, it's in there. It's literally just in there. Just sitting in there. Biggest problem I have is the shop isn't tall enough to bring this wrecker and operate the boom inside, so I just did it out here. I got to unbolt the bar light, and then the truck will fit inside the shop where I can start really making it work. Let me spin you around. So it's in there. I'm gonna have to notch the cross member a little bit more. I did notch it some, and the reason I notched it is I could not get it to fit down in there, and then I realized that if I did just get it in there, if the starter went bad, how would you get it out? So I'm gonna notch that cross member, so that way if you do have to do a starter repair, you'll be able to do it. More than likely I'm gonna have to do something here, which really doesn't bother me too much. We used to cut the top of those rails when we did 460 swaps in these dead side trucks, but it's in there. I need to get the steering box back in it. because my steering linkage is right on the pan right now. So don't know what I want to do there just yet. I'm going to have to make up some kind of motor mounts for it, which that's not a big deal. But my biggest thing is it sits up a little high, but it is what it is. I mean, you never could get a 7.3 in a 1975 Ford truck. So it's in there. Next hurdle will be I got to get the steering box in it. That way I can figure out from there if I got to shove the motor over a little bit more or whatever I got to do. But so far, it's fitting pretty well in this ratty old truck. People said, why are you fooling with this truck? Well, this is the perfect truck to cut up if I want to build something like this. Because at the end of the day, it was a crusty truck. And I kind of wanted to build a quote-unquote rat rod wrecker. And this is the perfect truck to use. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a truck nobody was going to restore. It was. If I hadn't bought it, it was going to head to the junkyard. I mean, that's where this truck was slated to go. So, thanks for sticking around on the channel. I'm going to go ahead and throw something in there to hold the back of the trans up. Get this mess cleaned up out here. Catch me on the next video when hopefully I'll be making some motor mounts. And like I said, this is, as you can see, there's another wrecker there. And as you can see, I can't get the other wrecker in there with the boom up and down, so I had to kind of do it out here in front of the shop. So I just pushed it down there out of the way so I can move some cars around, clean up the pad for the mess I made today, and I guess spend the rest of the week working on customer work. No more fun stuff. So look, holler at your boy. Catch me on the next one. Finally got her now. Look at that. Woo! Yeah, we're making a mess. That's the return line. Time to cut her apart. Hot damn.